I don't know. Are you recording?
Okay. So that's how you go in admin mode. Um, little something. Okay. So now that you got that done, congratulations on becoming a T-mod. You know, you didn't fail your application or your interview, so that's always good.
Yes, yes.
Um,
Kiss me, you one-eyed sexy beast.
okay, so first you got to change your Steam name.
Okay, yeah.
Change your
Get
Steam
that.
name to be that. I put it in chat.
There we go.
No, look how I put it in chat.
Is it? Is it not supposed to be like that? Much. Mild drugs. What the fuck? Did you put it in chat in game?
Maybe.
Really? You fucking dick. Why didn't you just put it in TeamSpeak? I tapped out to go change my shit. Oh,
Like
okay.
that. And there you go. You got one congrats for someone. Yeah, one person to say congrats to you. So there you go. Isn't it all worth it in the end?
Yeah, yeah. It's that one guy congratulating you. Calling you to say congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what do I touch?
Okay, so now
Touch
you
me the
got your
race.
admin mode bind, okay?
Yes, yes.
So
Take
now I
me
want you to
race.
take this ticket I'm about to put up.
Okay, so just press F3 so I can do my shit. I can't pull you, just want to let you know that. They'll try to pull me. Test ticket. Let's say copy Steam ID or just go to player.
Just
To
click
bring me.
accept.
I did. Oh, this said actions.
There you go.
Huh.
Why'd you close the ticket?
I don't know, all I did was click finish. Oh, oh my bad. Fuck you, shut up.
Attempt to. Attempt to. You just click accept. Just click. There you go. Okay. So now, if you pull up the ticket, there's a couple things you
Actions.
can do. First, there's actions. So this you can do. You can copy their Steam ID. Yes, you can go to them. If you click on it, you can also bring them, and you can return them afterwards. Now, since I'm a higher rank than you, you
I
can't
can't.
bring or return me, but you still can go to me. Yeah, see. And it says in chat that you attempted to use bring on me.
Fuck you.
Um, so these are going to be the main commands that you're going to be using while you're handling sits.
Gotcha.
So with something like RDM, you'll go to the sit room. You'll
How do I get there?
I'm going to go over that in a second. You'll bring the person, deal with the sit and how we're going to talk about later, and then you will resolve the sit ticket and return them. To go to the sit room, just type exclamation point sit.
Oh, this is fucking dope.
And then to return to the sit, to get back out, you must do slash spawn. To go to US spawn or slash spawn 2, which brings you to the insurgent spawn.
Oh, this is dope.
So I'm gonna bring you back.
Or I can just do this.
What?
Ah, what the fuck? Ow.
Did you take fall damage?
No. But I'm just going to you. Hey. Why would you bring me if I was already here?
I didn't know if you were here or not. Okay, so that's how you go to the sit room. Um, Now some things. Never prematurely finish a ticket.
Okay.
You know, like so don't click a ticket and then instantly click finish. You know, but you would never do that, right?
Yeah, why would I?
Yeah, yeah, you wouldn't do that to the test ticket either, right?
No. I would never do that. I never freaking did it to a test ticket. Nobody saw that.
What about the video?
What video? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, don't take COC tickets unless they're up for about a minute. COC meaning, of course, chain of command.
Hmm. Wait, so like, C well, I can't do anything as it's so COC, right? 'Cause it's
Yeah,
team mod?
it's a team mod.
Yeah. So I mean, I can take this ticket right here by dead battle, but I have to COC it up to you, right?
You'd have to COC it up to a mod for a whitelist.
Not to a
No
mod,
one takes
so
that ticket. I might just take it for a second.
I was gonna take
Take tickets as soon as possible, even if it's something you can't do like whitelist. Wait to see if any moderators will take it, and once it's been roughly 10 seconds, take it and COC it.
Got it. Yeah, I was just about to take that shit, but
Yeah, taking tickets is a great way to get noticed. And it's probably the easiest thing you can do. Just take tickets, help solve them, resolve them, and then you can close them. It's a great way to get noticed to see that you're doing a good job. Okay. Next thing.
the jail.
Oh God.
What? What? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, there you go. That link in chat, that is the link to the staff handbook. I want you to bookmark that.
Okay.
Now, the staff handbook has everything you need with being a staff member. So
Goddamn!
I know, it's pretty big, so we're going to go over it.
Okay.
Okay, so first part, the staff guidelines. Are you there?
Yes, I'm looking at the
This is much better than my mentoring of Zazzy when he fucking didn't have a keyboard.
Jesus. So tap on the guidelines.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my guidelines are now.
Okay. So number 1, you may never use your abuse your power to any extent or use them to your advantage. So don't TP to your friend if they're out of base doing a point cap or something. If you get to mod and you can whitelist, don't whitelist yourself or anyone else without actually having permission to do that whitelist.
Gotcha.
You may never take your own situations as it is concluded and bias it. Doing so will result in a temporary suspension or demotion. So if someone RDMs you, you still have to make an RDM ticket so they can hear both sides of the story. If you see someone RDM someone else, you can jail them. Or if you see someone TK, you can jail them on your own. You don't need to do that because it's not biased because it happened to another person. But if it happens to you, you cannot take your own sit. Okay. Never assume anything on your own. Get both sides of a story and use COC for a second opinion if necessary. You must always use your COC correctly and don't break it. Don't, like COC, Corvezio, hi. No, but honestly, don't COC properly. So as a team mod, you should only be going up to a mod, COC and mod plus.
Gotcha.
You must not make your own rules. Only use the server rules stated in the military RP rules thread. Do you already have that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I always have that link in case I ever need to refer back to the rules for any sit. You must take both sides of a story and only conclude with proof. It's not only is it just annoying, it's also annoying to the person who takes a sit if they get brought to the sit, and then the first thing the admin asks them is if they have proof. Only conclude with proof. First, see if you do not need proof, and then if you do need it, then you can ask if anyone has it.
Yeah, I got you.
You must be unbiased and transparent at all times. If it's a he say, she say situation with no evidence, do not give anyone a punishment, as you have to have viable evidence to punish someone, whether that be a video, pictures, or them just admitting that they did it. That means if someone says, like, they RDM'd them and they didn't have a gun out, and the other person says they did have a gun out, and neither of them have proof, you can't really do anything about that.
Okay, so quick one. So this happens to me fucking a lot. So I get killed while on top of the tower in front or not. You know those guard towers at the US base in the buffer zone? So I get killed on top of there, but my body gets flung around to the fucking what's it called? The side of the hill of the KOS hill. Can I just fucking jail the guy who killed him because clearly he died up there? Or no?
Okay, so wait, can you say that again?
Okay, so you know that the guard towers that are inside the buffer zone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody dies on top of there, their body usually gets flung to like the side of the KOS hill on the right side. Like if I see that and I go and I see that and the guy's just waiting there, can I just like jail the other guy like when I pull him?
Yeah.
Explain Like
If
I get
again,
connected.
again, this is saying if it did not happen to you, so if someone else got shot out of the guard tower,
Yeah.
you can jail them on your own. But
Gotcha.
again, if you are just gonna jail them instantly, you need to be 100% sure. Even in that situation, I'd probably bring them to the sit room
Yeah.
because you don't know. Like, I would check everything. Were they solo raiding? Was there a raid going on? Was he shooting at Thumb first? I would check everything.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Okay.
since
so many
it's not your own
tickets I wanna
sit, you
take.
could do with it.
That's so powerful. There's so many tickets I want to take.
You cannot conclude a sit without valid proof. Again, whether that's them admitting or a video/picture of it. If a player's AFK, you must finish the sit and tell the player calling the ticket to wait until he gets back unless there is valid proof. If the player included in a sit leaves before the sit starts, you must end the sit unless the player has video proof. In which case, jail his Steam ID for the respectable time.
Gotcha.
If the player leaves the server before a minor jail, meaning the only original punishment was just a jail, then offline jail him double the time, the guideline states, with possible LTAP as one of the reasons.
Gotcha.
If a player leaves the server during any sit in which the player was to be punished, add 3 days to the original ban. Okay?
Gotcha.
Again, you would need to just COC that up.
Oh my god, there's so many rules.
Yeah. Punishing without viable evidence or assuming will result in a temporary suspension or demotion. The higher-up staff member always has the final say in a situation or anything. If you disagree with that higher-up, you can COC for a second opinion. Only go up COC twice. Example, if you disagree with a mod's decision, you can have it COC'd up to an SMod. If you disagree with the SMod, you may COC it up to an admin. The second COC's opinion is all absolutely final, even if you disagree with it. The staff member always has the final say in a sit, unless a higher staff member concludes differently. Okay? Always use common sense, logs, and proof to conclude a sit. If there is a rule dispute, take it to an HA. If none are available, go to an EA for a temporary solution until he talks with an HA on the matter. Admin mode is to only be used during situations or if a staff needs to use commands. SMods are allowed to jail for 20 minutes. Moderators can jail for 15. And T-mods have a maximum jail time of 10 minutes. If you need to jail someone for longer than that, then you have to COC it. Okay?
Sure thing.
Elite admin to admin to SMods comments. You don't need to worry about that. Game masters. Again, a lot of these guidelines apply to higher up staff members. We don't really need to go over those.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of looking at all this fucking shit. If an S mod or above fails to fill out his document twice, what does that mean? You have a document you have to fill out?
Just it's a comment thing. You have to put 10 comments on how you see staff members doing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Hey, you're doing good. Alright, you're doing good too. Alright.
Witnesses are not allowed to be used during a sit unless they have video evidence/proof. So if they have proof, you may bring them in so they can share the proof. If they do not have proof and they're just like there to support one side, you cannot use them.
Understood.
Okay, the chain of command. So it goes from T-mod to regular mod to senior mod to admin, elite admin, head admin, division leader. There's sector leads in between them, actually. It's HA, sector lead, DVL, but you don't need to really worry about that. Advisor, supervisor, director, and then CEO, the man, the myth, Corvezzo himself.
Gotcha.
COC only applies to staff-related issues. Once you reach advisor, you may simply go to a supervisor as appropriate for your situation. Yeah. The reason COC is in place is because most of the time you do not need an HA or Corvezio himself. Going through COC will get you to the correct person and will make things quicker most of the time, as most of the time you only need an SMod or admin. COC applies everywhere in game, Steam, TeamSpeak, forums, etc. So the COC template is at COC, the rank that you need, and the rank you need plus, and then the reason. Okay, so
Gotcha.
you'll always be doing COC mod plus, and then you'd put the reason.
Gotcha.
Okay, so as a Tmod, you have access to a lot of commands. So first thing, you already know how to do exclamation point sit to bring you to the sit room. You can do exclamation point logs.
Ooh, let me look at that.
Do that right now. Go back in game and do exclamation point logs.
Okay.
Okay, so this brings up, once it comes up, it'll bring up all the logs. This is all the adverts, all the purchases, all the name changes, all the job
Holy
changes,
shit.
the chat, and the most important one, all the kills. Now, at the bottom, there's a search bar, so if you want to limit your search to certain things, you can use that.
So the ones.
So, like, let's say who got a kill.
So the ones all the way at the top are the most recent ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say, let's see who. Okay, Vodka just got killed. Vodka just got killed. So let's say Vodka makes a ticket saying that he got RDM'd. You can search his name. See the most recent person that just killed him.
Wait, I don't see Vodka on there. I see Sneaky Sniper.
Did you search his name in the kills?
Okay, hold on. Okay, yes, I see that he was killed by West, second lieutenant.
Yep. Then you can left click on it.
Okay.
You see the one that says copy attacker Steam ID?
Okay.
You can left click on that again. That will copy his Steam ID. And then you could bring him, return him, go to him, do everything based on the commands we're going to learn soon by just typing the command and then copy and pasting his Steam ID.
Gotcha.
So if someone says they get RDM, that's how you would get the Steam ID and bring the person that killed them.
Gotcha. So if they ever like LTAP, we can just use that.
Yeah, you can use those logs.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, fucking some guys can't. Oh, he LTAP. I'm sorry, he can't get his shit. I'm like, what?
If you need to mute someone's voice or mute their chat for whatever reason, like let's say they're spamming or putting like the N-word, like some PV2s like to do, you just do exclamation point mute chat or exclamation point mute voice, just one word, and then you'd get their Steam ID. Again, you could also just get their Steam ID by pressing tab, clicking on their name.
Yeah.
Doing that. And if you're in a real pinch, you can, for most of these commands, just put their name. And it's like a PM where it will do it to everyone whose name is concluded. So you want to be really specific to make sure you're only targeting one person.
Gotcha.
So most of the time, I would only use the Steam ID. It's only in occasional situations where I just type their name in.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now some of the fun commands. You can freeze someone in place by just doing exclamation point freeze and then their Steam ID. So if you, again, none of these commands work on higher up staff members, but see. So if I do exclamation point freeze you, now try walking around. You can't do anything.
Don't you do asshole.
And then you can just do the command again to unfreeze them.
Got you. Okay.
So this would be like, let's say someone's running around in a sit and you just need them to stand still, or someone's like killing a bunch of people and you need to freeze them before they get banned.
Gotcha. So these are all my commands over here.
Do you see where it says, are you at the command section? Did you go?
Yeah, right there. I'm looking at all this stuff here.
Yep, these are all the commands you have.
And then jail.
So then the next one is exclamation point jail, Steam ID, number of minutes, and then a reason. So like, let's say I want to jail you because you're a naughty person.
Hey, stop it. I've been jailed 15. I've been jailed before. I don't like it. Please stop.
I would do it like that.
Okay.
Ignoring the period. The period just makes it so it doesn't actually jail you. Exclamation point
I don't
jail.
even see a period. Oh, I see it. Oh, okay.
Exclamation point jail. Their Steam ID, 10 minutes, and then RDMX1.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So where do I refer to find the actual times for?
That is going to be later on in the doc. Don't worry.
Gotcha. Okay.
The next command you have are the 3 that you have under the actions. You can do these for any Steam ID or their name. So
Gotcha.
I don't have to actually put your Steam ID. I can just do your name.
Gotcha. Yeah, because my name is
Bring 0.
unique.
Yep.
What does he else do?
So that's how you again. So let's say you get their Steam ID from checking the logs. You can bring them like that.
Gotcha.
Just exclamation point, bring their name if they haven't made the ticket. Also, one more thing I forgot to put under the actions. You can also just copy the person's Steam ID if you need to like check their playtime as a mod. Again, playtime checks those for mod.
Mods can only do playtime checks. Oh, that sucks. You just blow on your mic.
I smacked my Rubik's Cube that I just solved while like talking to you, and I'm impressed. So I smacked it on the table.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Okay, then there's /us and /ins for the spawns. Again, I just do /spawn and /spawn2, but you can do either of them.
Okay.
They both work. It used to be that you had to like exclamation point go to someone, usually a recruit, and hope they were in base. But this is much easier.
So it says, okay, so that's all the commands I'm allowed to do.
Yep, and then you can see all the other commands later on.
Okay.
Now there are some blacklisted commands. If you get caught using these ones, you'll be removed and banned immediately because this is the naughty things. So the first one is exclamation point send, which just sends one player to another, and that can be used on higher ups, so you're not allowed to use it.
Gotcha.
Next one is exclamation point perma, which permanently bans the player. It's not very nice.
What if we do this shit by accident?
And then you're getting fucked. How do you accidentally type exclamation point perma?
I don't fucking know.
Exclamation point change map changes the map.
Could I actually do that as a team mod though?
I don't think so. I think you would need more powers, but don't try it.
I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna fucking try it.
Exclamation point clear decals. Clears the map's decals, which means every single text screen gets destroyed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a reason why they don't like people doing that. And then exclamation point slay kills people, like kill selected players, so, you know, nah, don't do that. Okay. Now what you were talking about earlier, the jail/ban times. So RDM/TK, one offense is a 10-minute jail. 2 offenses is a 15-minute jail, so you need to COC that up to a mod. 3 offenses is a 1-day ban, COC that up to an admin. 4 offenses is a 3-day ban, again, COC that up to an admin. 5 offenses or more is mass RDM or mass TK. That's a 1-week ban, and if they leave to avoid punishment, that would be 2 weeks, so you'd have to COC that all the way up to an elite admin.
I mean, I'd still have to COC it up anyway, right? Because the fact is, I can't.
Well, you'd always COC mod, but then you'd have the mod COC to S mod, then have the S mod COC to admin.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, fail RP. If you see someone bringing RP, so fail RP, that is a 10 to 20-minute jail based on how severe it is. You can just use reasonable punishment. There's not any set guideline, but just be reasonable with how long they should be punished.
Gotcha.
Okay, mic/chat spam. First offense, mute their chat or voice. And then afterwards unmute them. If they continue, give them a 5 to 20-minute jail based on how severe it is. Okay, if anyone metagames to gain an advantage, jail them for 15 to 20 minutes depending on how severe it is. LTAP is a automatic 3-day ban, plus the other punishment, again, follow guideline 11, about doubling the jail time if it is just a minor offense, and it was before they were pulled, or whatever. Remember guideline 11.
Got it.
Okay, NIT-RP.
What is NIT-RP?
No intent to roleplay.
Oh, what is it? NI2RP? What the hell does that mean?
No intent to roleplay. That just like how LTAP is leaving to avoid punishment, and you can do it either way.
Yeah, okay.
The first offense, give them a warning. Second offense, give them to a 15 to 20-minute jail. Then any other offenses, give them a 1-week ban plus any other punishments they would have gotten.
So the racism, I already know about that. Impersonation? Yep. Does anyone really impersonate someone?
Some people impersonate higher ups to, you know, pretend to be that person. Like get hits and shit.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that'd be an immediate 3-day ban. Self-promotion is a 1-week ban if not reverted after found. If you find someone self-promoting, you will give them a warning to tell them to change their name back or else they will be banned. If they change their name back, that's fine. If you catch them doing it a second time, then just have them get a 1-week ban. If they refuse to change their name back, also just give them a 1-week ban.
Exploiting the. I saw this happen earlier. Somebody was jailed for exploding. I think they were like dropping. I think they were just throwing IEDs down and then respawning and then throwing them down on the INS.
Oh yeah, Lampthon threw about 36. I counted them.
Yeah, and he
So
said.
exploiting /glitching is any offense will result in an immediate 1-week ban.
Okay. He's like, yeah, that's not. There's no rule against it. Yeah, there is. Exploiting.
Hacking /cheating is a 6-month ban instantly, so that would need an HA.
Yeah, how could you tell if somebody was hacking or cheating though?
Snapper.
What is? Oh.
It's a command that only HAs can use, and it basically takes a picture of what the person sees.
Gotcha.
Though some cheats are like immune to Snapper and shit, so it's difficult, but there aren't a lot of cheaters. Advertising is an immediate 3-month ban, so again, you would need to get an HA for that. Okay, now you know the jail time, the commands, how to deal everything, the staff guidelines, but how do you deal with individual sits? Well, luckily, there's another section for that.
Holy shit.
This is the last main section.
Main section? How many more is after this?
There's just like one that has links.
Okay. Let's do this.
Hey, if it's an RDM/TK ticket, make sure to see where they were, see if there was a code red, if there was a raid, or there was an insurgency/occupation. After they finish the story, ask them follow-up questions that could help, like where were you, did you have a gun out, etc. As most of the times RDM tickets are not RDM. Judging from his side of the story, if it seems like legit RDM, check the logs on who killed them, teleport them to the sit, inform them that they are in a sit, and ask for his side of the story. Give him clues like where the interaction happened, like where it was, or how long ago it happened. After he explains his side, come up with a conclusion. If it seems like an accident, inform him on the rules he broke and warn him. If it was plain RDM, jail. You are the staff, and thus have the full power on what happened. Just make sure the punishment fits the crime. Again, after they both explained their stories, if you needed to, that's when you would ask for evidence.
Gotcha.
Whitelisting. Only take this ticket if it's been up for about 10 seconds and COC it. I'm just going to read this to you, but this isn't as important right now because you are not a mod yet. In certain side has certain ranks that are automatically eligible to a certain class. To check if they are the right rank, look at that branch's TeamSpeak description or ask one of the officers in there. If they are not eligible for the job, tell them they need to go to a tryout or meet a certain rank before becoming that class. If you have certified that he is eligible for it, whitelist him to that job/class. Keep in mind players are allowed only 2 jobs per faction in one branch, so make sure he fits that. If he has 2 jobs already, explain to him the 2-job perfection rule and ask him which one he wants to remove.
Does anyone really follow that though?
Well, I mean, you're supposed to. You're supposed to have only 2 jobs.
I feel like people don't follow that.
What? Right. Donation question/issues. If the person is not receiving the rank that they purchased, tell them to type !check rank. If you type this command, I swear to God, Zero, I will beat you.
Why?
Because it will give you your donator rank. No, it will replace your staff rank with your donator rank.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. It will get rid of your staff rank because they're both the same thing.
Okay.
That's why they ask you what donator tier you are. What donator tier are you?
Tier 5.
Okay. That's why they ask what tier you are, because as a staff, since it replaced the donator rank, they don't know what donator rank you are. So as a staff, you get access to all the tiers, but if they catch you using a job tier that is actually above the one that they either saw, the one that you either said you had, or the one that appears in the store, then you can get in some big time trouble for staff abuse.
Gotcha.
Make sure he purchased the right item by going through history, and make sure he purchased it by going through the history, and make sure he bought the right item. If he bought a weapon, tell him to reconnect and it should be fine. If he wants to donate, give him the link to the store, or at least give him the link to the website. And explain to him how to donate. If you're unfamiliar with donating, make a ticket asking for someone else to explain. I mean, you have tier 5, so I think you understand how it works.
No. My mom did it for me. I'm just fucking with you.
Rule questions. When taking these tickets, make sure your decision is parallel with the rules. Again, use the forum post. Keep in mind you are only allowed to clarify rules that may be easily clarified. If the problem is a huge gray area or weird phrasing of words in the rules itself, COC up to an HA, or if not, if you cannot get an HA, get an EA for a temporary solution. The EA's is a severely temporary rule until an HA gets on. The HA's decision is final and will be followed until further notice. Mic/chat spam. Once you find someone who's spamming, ask him to stop spamming 3 times. If he continues, mute him and tell him that if he continues, he will be severely punished. Unmute to check if he has stopped. If he has, depending on the severity, give him a warning or jail. If you unmute him after the 3 warnings and he continues to spam, remute him and jail him depending on the severity while still muted. Tell him to make a ticket asking for an unmute once he is unjailed. User spamming an advert, racial slurs, or advertising other servers, COC to admin for ban immediately. Fail RP. One thing to note about fail RP tickets is just because a situation did not go a player's way does not mean fail RP was involved. After listening to his story, keep in mind that fail RP is failure to properly roleplay. This is a serious RP server, so use your common sense. Listening to this story, if it sounds like a legit fail RP, teleport the accused player to the sit, greet him, and inform him he is in a sit. Tell him the player's side of the story, and then ask for his. Listen carefully, and tie similarities and differences. After he finishes, ask for any evidence either players have. After listening to both, check the rules and come up with a conclusion. Again, you are the staff, and it's your decision in the end. If it was a genuine mistake, let him off the hook with a warning and tell him the rule. If it was intentional, jail him and tell him to look up on the rules. Training. All staff must immediately take training tickets. This is a good way to get promoted. You are lucky you are a TRI because that means you're not subject to the hell of whenever there's a trainer ticket, you have to take it and train them themselves. Since you are a TRI, you may take the ticket and just pull a trainer.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been wanting the whole time. That's the reason why I became a fucking staff.
If a recruit is asking for a trainer, train him immediately. Well, you can pull a trainer immediately.
Yeah, I know all this shit already.
If it's a trainer that needs to leave, take his place and train the recruit. Pull a different trainer.
Yeah.
If a trainer is complaining about his recruit, this is one time where you actually could begin training the recruit, and if it was Minchi, inform the server him that the server is serious and that he must behave. If he continues to the point where you cannot train him, tell him one last time that if he does not stop, he will be banned for NIT RP. If he continues, freeze him and COC to an admin for a ban.
Yes.
Disrespect. One thing to keep in mind with these tickets is that most of the time it's just a weird phrasing or misunderstanding. Be sure to get both sides of a story before to make sure it isn't something like honest criticism or complete misunderstanding. If a player says things to another player with the purpose of degrading them or hurting the player, this is disrespect and should be punished in an RP way. Disrespect should be handled by that branch and their officers. You are simply there to confirm if it was disrespect or not. Make sure to inform the player that disrespect is not taken lightly on the server as it is serious RP. Are you shooting a gun in the background?
No.
I have it set so my sound plays. I can still hear the sound in the background while I'm tabbed out.
I just want to shut up.
Glitching skills / exploiting / hacking. If a player is accused of glitching his skills, COC to an elite admin so he can check the player. If the player is exploiting a glitch, inform him that exploitation is a bannable offense and warn him not to do it again. If he repeats the offense, ban him or get him banned. COC to it.
Gotcha.
We have a 0 tolerance for hacking or exploiting glitches. If they ever happen, COC to a ban immediately. There's a DDoS threat, report, ban him to your... God damn it. I'm gonna go check who pulled the raid alarm. Whee!
How do you do that?
You have to be SMod for no clip.
No clip. I'm talking about how you-
7 days.
Hey, recruit, did you push the button? Bro, which one of you?
You're gone. You're
Two
gone
went
for
up
7
the
days,
ladder
buddy.
and this is...
Who pressed this?
There's a nuke.
And
There's a
this one.
There's a nuke.
Get trained.
Guys, there's a nuke. Move.
Let me get trained.
Okay, people are dealing with it.
guys, get to the shelter. To the.
Oh, why'd you come back to spawn? Oh my god.
There's so many of these guys, and
Why did you go back to spawn?
oh, I went to spawn too because I thought you went there.
Yeah, I did. I was just... Come back to me.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay. Anyways,
Give me a kiss.
if there's a DDoS threat, report, ban him to your maximum, and contact a higher up immediately. Stuck. If a player makes a ticket saying he's stuck, teleport to him and exclamation point, bring him out, or use your fist gun. If you're a T-mod or mod and get stuck with the player, tell him you cannot help him, but you will call someone else. Return yourself in COC to an S-mod to take care of it. Again, if you're an S-mod, you can just no-clip out and then bring them, and if you're an admin plus, you could just use a fist gun.
Wait, so as a team mod, if they're stuck, I can't just come up to them and just...
Well, no, if they're stuck, you will TP to them, but if you get stuck as well, just return yourself and COC it up.
I was
Because
gonna
an
say-
S-mod can, if an S-mod gets stuck, an S-mod plus, they can no-clip out of
Yeah.
the pile.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause like, if it gets down to it, can't I just use bring two and their Steam ID and just get them out?
Hmm. Yeah, you can. You can do that if anyone's stuck. It's if you get stuck in them as well.
Gotcha. Or I can't just hit go to and then use the other guy's Steam ID. Hey, I can be like, hey, do me a favor, go stand over there real quick.
If there is someone by them. Here,
Gotcha.
this is, wait, no, this is literally the very next one. If there are players around you and you get stuck, just teleport to them and exclamation point, bring the original stuck player out.
Gotcha. All right.
Racism. Teammates only take this ticket if it's been up for about 10 seconds, then COC it. My throat's starting to hurt.
Jesus Christ, do you want me to just read this shit out?
Nah, I got it, don't worry. The definition of racism is antagonizing, discriminating, or judging someone based on their race and belief that one's race is superior to all others. If any players are committing these, ban them immediately. If a player is using common slurs, like not using a hard R, inform them that it's not allowed. They argue saying that they see other people doing it. Inform them that this is against the rules and any further offenses will result in a ban. The only time they should be banned immediately is if they do it like hard R, everything.
I was about to say, because I'm black and I say the N word a lot, but not like hard R.
Say it
No.
in game, boy.
I don't type it in game, but I say it because I says it, and I'm yeah.
As long as you don't say it in game or to anyone else because they may be offended.
Nigga, please. Playing all this shit. Alright, let me stop. I'm
About to
sorry.
ban you, about to perm ban you.
Stop, don't fucking play that.
Exclamation point perma.
Oh yeah, and then you gonna get fucking. Good luck.
Okay,
So happy to do
The
that.
definition of a threat is a statement of an intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or other hostile action on someone in retribution for something done or not done. Any threats made out of character that have the intent to hurt themselves or others should be taken very seriously and should be COC'd up for a ban. What? So if someone says they're gonna shoot themselves, you need to get them banned? The fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized that. So instead of actually trying to like help the person, you're supposed to just ban them? Fuck, no.
What?
What? Doesn't make any sense. Some bullshit. Okay. There are a couple links. You probably won't need a lot of them. Just the main one I'll tell you about is the meeting schedule. If you scroll down, you can click on any of these. The terms of service. But the main one would be the meeting schedule, the staff meetings. There are 2 of them. You only need to attend one, but if you miss one, you can go to the other. There's a Western staff meeting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then there is a Eastern one. And the first one's on Friday at 7:30 EST, and then on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time there is a second staff meeting.
Gotcha.
So you can attend either of those.
My bad. Sorry. Alright, gotcha.
I think that's pretty much it for the staff handbook.
Sweet.
Okay, so again, staff meeting is weekly at 7:30 p.m. If you cannot attend, you must attend to be promoted. If you cannot make it to the staff meeting, make a post under the staff communication on the forums. If you are unexcused for the Western meeting, you can still attend the Eastern one and be excused. If you do not show to any meetings for no reason, you will not receive your promotion if you get one, and you will receive an absence strike.
Okay, quick question. So I see a staff thing that says I was quick drawn. So basically, he needs video evidence for that, right?
It depends. If the person admits to it or not, most likely they would need evidence, but okay. You are not allowed to show off your rank in any way. This is a hobby, something you volunteered for. You can't flex on all the other people. Yo, I'm a T-mod. Watch me, exclamation point, sit.
You're fucking ridiculous. Who does that shit?
You can never abuse your powers or use your powers for anything non-staff related. For example, teleporting to a friend to capture a point or to catch up. If you are found abusing your power, not doing your staff work, going inactive, disrespecting players, etc., you will be removed from staff without question. Okay. I am your mentor for 2 weeks while you are a T-mod. For the 2 weeks that you're a T-mod, I am your mentor. Okay?
Yes.
It is my job to make sure that you become a great staff member, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that you pass and become a moderator. If you have any... Oh, damn!
Did you just fucking hit puberty? I'm fucking done with you.
Oh my god. If you have any problems with anything regarding staff, you should come to me first.
Hold me. Alright, anyway. Vortex, you okay?
Give me a second.
Sure thing.
Okay. I just added you as a friend on Steam. I want you to accept that friend invite. I'll be messaging you on Steam occasionally to check up with you, and I will check up with you in game. If you have any question, you can PM me on Steam, poke me on TeamSpeak.
Fuck you on Snapchat.
Yeah, yo,
Hey,
no.
add me on Snapchat. What's up, my boy? Okay. So, now what do I do?
Okay. Well, good luck. You are, congratulations on passing the interview process. You are now a T-mod. You can begin taking tickets.
Yeah, fuck your ticket.
Yeah, you can close my ticket now.
Alright, I'm gonna take this whitelist ticket home. Let's see it to you, okay?
Okay, you do this, man. You go to him. You go do this. That's
Well,
that dream
here,
team right
so
there.
You know what that means.
Yeah, so there's like
What do you mean, bro?
6 recruits here.
Heard you hit the rail.
Confused. I don't know what's
There's
going
like
on.
6 admins.
Wait,
I
what's
was
going
just
on?
running around. I
going
don't
on?
know what's like where I should be at.
Look behind you.
Uh,
Look to your
so
right.
Papa-
Look
Papa-
to your
I
right.
kept calling for a
Okay.
trainer, but no
Why
one
is-
was
Automatic
like
rifleman.
showing up or anything.
Wait, who
Why
needs...
is this guy over
This
here
guy
telling me
pop up.
that you just hit the right alarm right in front of him?
Pop over here. This guy in front of me.
Well, I
He
didn't.
said he
I
needs
didn't know
whitelist
that
to
you were
automatic
right.
rifleman.
I was
Okay.
just running around exploring because I was.
Why does
asking
this guy
for a
have
Do you
trainer,
go
but
into
no
the
one was
Papa,
there.
you
should be able to swap now.
Oh yeah, no, I went in there.
Swapping to
Yeah, I
automatic
was just
rifleman.
looking around.
There goes good.
It just looks
Here
like
we
Boom.
go.
See, that's that dream team right there.
Caleb,
Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I don't
we have
really
we have
what's
a
up?
bigger
Say
problem.
for
Come
a
over here.
trainer.
His name.
this is the guy
What?
right here.
Oh, how? Why are there insurgent?
That's what I said. So
You
apparently
told
they were told by some guy.
so
about-
Probably
You
right.
told
Stop.
all of these insurgent recruits to
No,
enter the United States base.
he's no.
No.
Osama did.
Like the hero job Osama told them to this base
What?
because there's no trainer.
No. You guys
Jokes.
can't come in here. You have to send them back.
What
dude.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
Why are you
They're
guys
not getting
Dude, some of
trained.
us have been waiting for like 3 hours for a trader.